I come to Minnesota in 1969, 1970. And there's a shul there, an old shul with a dozen members still living, all of them over 70. And we have the minhag, a very good minhag, of saying the entire Tehillim on the Shabbos before the new month, like this coming Shabbos. And it's nice to have a minyan. So we're looking around. There were only 3 shluchim. And we're looking around. Who could we ask to join us to make a minyan? And there were these 2 brothers from Poland who were the liveliest of the group. So I went over to one of the brothers, Yehuda, and I said to him, would you agree to come once a month, every 4th Shabbos, come a little earlier to shul, and we'll say the whole Tehillim together. He says, only once a month? I said, yeah. He says, why? Why not every week? I said, look, don't stop. I'm not looking for new customs. Our custom is to do it once a month. Would you come? He says, no, you don't understand. My brother and I say the entire Tehillim every Shabbos morning. I was a little surprised. So he tells me the story. They were in a concentration camp together. The Russians came in and liberated the camp. And with great fanfare, they told them, you are free to go home. They're standing at the gates of the camp, and they're completely lost. Go home? There's no home. There's no place to go. And leaving the camp was more frightening, was scarier than staying. So they were completely lost. As they're standing there, a Polish woman comes walking towards them with a huge basket and hands them a loaf of fresh, warm bread. Now, you explain this in whatever way you can. They promised each other that for this kindness that God has shown them, they will say the entire Tehillim every Shabbos morning. Is that superhuman? 3 years in the concentration camp, and they can't get over God's kindness over the loaf of bread. Now, I would understand if they couldn't get over the kindness of this Polish woman, because the Poles were not known to be kind. But to think, no, God just gave us this bread, and we have to thank Him for it. Where does this happen in the human system? That's why they survived. They saw purpose, they saw a plan, they saw meaning. They didn't understand it, but they knew God was running the show, something was happening, and they're part of it, and they were not going to jump off a bridge and kill themselves. That's a healthy human being. The healthy human being is a person who can stop saying, why me? But I can't take this, but I'm in pain, but look at me, look. The person who is shocked by the personal suffering. Why me? Look what's happening to me. I've lost all this weight, everything hurts. If you're not focused on the me, and you let yourself focus on who needs you and why are you here and who brought you here and who's running the show, you can survive even 3 years in a concentration camp and come out not just barely alive, grateful. Hasidus teaches us this. Hasidus teaches us how to peel ourselves away from ourselves, how to raise children without that addiction to self, because every child is born with it. You raise your children to move them above, out of that addiction to self, into the human condition, which is, I don't need to be here, so who needs me? That's life, that's healthy, that's the cure to narcissism, that's Torah, that's Judaism. It's all one package. And so the future of the world is a Jewish future.
Partner with Rabbi Friedman. Visit itsgoodtoknow.org/support.